Okay, today I'm going to compare 4 different passenger cars. Now, I've already done some videos on a couple different Enlightened engines, and people said, hey, well, what about the cars that you tow behind them? So I'm going to take a break from doing the reviews on the Enlightened engines, and we'll talk about some passenger cars. And then the next video after this, we will go back to looking at some Enlightened engines. Now, what we're going to look at today is we are going to look at the Enlightened Deluxe Passenger Car, set number 624. Now, if you'll notice, it has curtains in the windows. That is painted on to the plastic glass window things. And remember, these decals or stickers or paint job, it already comes on there. You don't have to apply any of that yourself. Now, this deluxe passenger car, we are going to compare it to the passenger car that comes with the Emerald Knight, because that's the fanciest of Lego's passenger cars. They're both good-looking cars. If you notice, the Enlightened Deluxe car is a little taller than the Emerald Knight car. That's what they look like from the end. Okay, other than the size, because the car that comes with the Emerald Knight is a little bit smaller than the deluxe passenger car, what you'll notice here is if you look in the windows, there's seats and tables and such in this car, but there are none, it's rolling away on me, there are none in this deluxe passenger car. And that is because I no longer like to put in the seats and the tables and the stuff inside the car, because I like to put lights in there. And the lights that I put in there, if there's tables and seats, you can actually see the light itself. So I like to have the light right down there on the floor of the car where you can't see the light, you can just see the light coming out the windows. So I usually do not put the interiors in the cars anymore. So to compare these two deluxe passenger cars, it's kind of, a toss-up. They're both good-looking cars. Now, the one thing I like about the Lego car, remember this came with the Emerald Knight, is it opens from the top. Alright? Now, what I do not like about the Enlightened cars is it doesn't open from the top. They open from the sides. The whole side flips up. I've modified this so it does not do that anymore, because I found with these plastic hinges, they're the same kind of little plastic hinge things that Lego uses. They're just a pain to operate properly, and they'll want to pop and click off. So these aren't designed to be opened up. If I need to open this up to put something in there, to put a light in there, or to put a minifig in there, I'll either do it through a door. Oops. I'll either do it through a door, or shove it straight through, or I'll open it up, put what I need to put in there, and then close it back up. So it's not glued shut. I'm just not running the hinges like you're supposed to. Okay, now the second passenger car I want to show you from Enlightened is called the Enlightened Passenger Car. And I'm going to compare this with the Hogwarts Express car. Remember, the Lego cars open from the top for easy access for playing inside. That's a plus. The Enlightened cars open from the side, and I am not going to open this because, like I said, I've modified it not to open. But I actually did put the stuff in there. I don't know if you can see in there, the seats and the chairs, tables and people and everything. And they have doors. I really like the way the doors are on the Enlightened cars. You have 4 doors, 2 on each side, and they're good-sized doors. So of these two, I'm really going to have to say, hey, the Hogwarts Express car is not as good as the Enlightened car. This is just a better-looking car. It's not to say that the Hogwarts car isn't good, it's just not as good as the Enlightened car. So here's your comparison. We have the passenger car from the Hogwarts Express. We have the passenger car from, the Emerald Knight. It's a nice looking car. We have the Enlightened passenger car, which is set number 628. And we have the deluxe passenger car from Enlightened, which is set 624. These are all good-looking passenger cars, but like I said, of this 4 cars right here, my favorites are the deluxe passenger car from Enlightened and, the passenger car that comes with the Emerald Knight. Okay, let's talk price. Now, the Enlighten Deluxe passenger car right here, it cost $9.99. The Enlighten regular passenger car, this one right here, this was also $9.99. The passenger car from the Emerald Knight set, well, you cannot buy it on its own. It comes in the Emerald Knight set. I think the Emerald Knight is $99, so really can't compare price, can we? And the passenger car from the Hogwarts Express, well, you cannot buy this one separately either, and that set is $79.99. I've seen it as low as $74.99. I think it was at Target for $74. And you can't buy that separately either. So if you want to build a train with several passenger cars, well, you're out of luck with the Emerald Knight. To get another matching Emerald Knight car, you'd have to buy another Emerald Knight set. And you'd have 2 engines and 2 passenger cars and 2 tenders. The same with the Hogwarts Express. You would have to buy another Hogwarts Express set just to get another passenger car. The benefit of these Enlighten cars is you can buy them separately, individually, and have a train with 4 or 5 passenger cars. So that is a big plus. Okay, here's the box for the Enlighten passenger car. If you notice, it comes with 3 minifigs. I don't have the minifigs handy, but this is really cool because it's $10. You get a really cool passenger car and you get 3 minifigs with it. Here's the box for the deluxe passenger car, and if you notice, it also shows 3 minifigs on the box. So yes, this came with 3 minifigs also. A really cool bargain for a great car with 3 minifigs.
Beameister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.